Hello, everyone. Anthony Sortano here, the internet's busiest music clown nerd, and okay, let's drop this bit. I'm already tired of it. Anyways, Weezer Spring is their first EP in a series of four to be released this year based upon the seasons, hence the title Spring. I had already done a review for a single that appears on the album, A Little Bit of Love, and I mentioned that Weezer has stated that they were aiming to replicate the feelings of pagan myth, religious rituals, Vivaldi's Four Seasons, Shakespeare, and more. And now that we have the full release sitting in our laps, I can say with confidence that they weren't kidding. Weezer's spring album is chock full of allusions to that sort of medieval era with your Weezer kick. It's definitely another experiment to the band's sound, like we saw in OK Human and Van Weezer, if not more so by how much a slap on the butt the concept is. For the most part, I think it works. The tracks are simple, catchy, amusing, and simply fun. Spring is by no means trying to be deep, and it works to its favor here. This 20-minute long EP doesn't try to be anything it's not. This is fully Weezer LARP, ladies and gentlemen. The album opens with the track Opening Night. And Opening Night kicks things off with a ham fisted allusion to the melody that you're sure to have heard of at some point, but don't know the name of the tune, as the name escapes me too. As Rivers sings for his joy of Shakespeare and his works. The song is really simple, but I do enjoy the way Rivers interchanges Shakespeare's plays each different go, changing from Romeo and Juliet to Henry IV Part 1 to Hamlet to Beatrice. You get the point, yeah? And next is Angels on Vacation, which is probably my favorite track on the album. The concept is wonderful, the lyrics are creative and sweet, and the chorus is so goddamn catchy, I can't help but find myself muttering, "Oh no, no, no," under my breath from time to time. Pat's percussion here is on point, and the guitar riff at the end is as good, if not better, than anything on Van Weezer offered. Following that is Garden of Eden, and I really enjoyed this one too. It leans more into the Christianity mythos like Angels on Vacation, and I like it a lot. I feel like I've heard this sound on a demo before, but this would be a rare instance of me preferring the official release iteration over the demo. One lyric of note I enjoyed was "Don't look for deeper meanings," which I think is a good way to look at this entire EP. After that, we find ourselves listening to Sound of Drums, which is a solid track. It has a similar structure to Opening Night by opening to a familiar, like medieval tune and breaking into a more traditional Weezer instrumentalization. Is that a real word? I'm not sure. I think at this point, the song does. I feel at this point the sound of the song feels a tad dull though, since we've already heard a song quite like it and it doesn't seem to do enough to differ itself. Kind of like a Green Albums situation, you know? The next track is All This Love, which I really, really like. I think it's another track that takes from a demo. This time, I think that I looked it up. The demo is called Good Times. It takes the verse, I think it's the verse, from Good Times, and I really like what it does because Rivers does what he likes to do with his like big old file of demos where he can just try and like pick and choose things. So he picked the verse from Good Times and then added this chorus for All This Love. And I think it's the better iteration. Once again, the piano and cry to let me let it out just feels like a prayer and confession in church. And I like that vibe, you know. I love me some White Album vibes. And I feel like it's one of the stronger tracks on the record, probably my second favorite behind Angels on Vacation. Now, While That Heart is the final track on the EP, and I feel like it's a good closer. Once again, I like the percussion as a lot. As a whole, I think Pat is just such an underrated drummer. I don't hear anybody talk about his skills. It's just good soup all around with him. But in Wild at Heart, I think we get to see a little bit of everything else we saw on the EP, and it makes it such a solid finish. We got strong guitar, flowing lyrics, catchy chorus, and sticky verses. So, as a whole, I really do like Spring. I think it's good, maybe great. I'd have to wait before deciding to consider bumping it higher. I think the concept was well executed, but could be a bit dull to someone who's not particularly fond of a jester running around in circles, always dancing and singing, or if you're looking for some of the yanks at the hands of albums like Pinkerton, which is clearly not here. But then again, Weezer are a bunch of 50-plus-year-old men at this point, so if that's what you want from the band, I recommend you pack your bags and go find a new band to listen to. Going back to the Weezer tier list I'd made recently, I'd have to put it in B tier, above Black. And while I'm here, I want to move Red above Black too. I don't know what I was on to put Black over Red. But back to the actual album, I think the tracks are fun and solid, and a few earned spots on my shuffle. But I feel like there's a missing standout track to put it over Hurley and Maladroit. Now, if I had to compare this album to anything, I would say it's a lot like a White Album, except every song was written the same way that Rivers wrote The British Are Coming from Everything Will Be Alright in the End. And rating wise, I'm feeling a strong Much to Do About Nothing. Now, going into summer, the next release, I have high hopes, but I think it'll be important for the band to build and expand on the sounds of spring because, like I mentioned, in Sounds of Drums, things were already starting to get kind of dull. But I have faith that Weezer can overcome that obstacle, and if they can't, oh well. I want to know, what's your thoughts on the album? Love it, hate it, want to marry it? Drop a comment and we can gladly conversate over the matter, like Knights of the Round Table, eh? Also, while you're here, I want to thank you for the support recently. You guys have come in droves for my last Weezer content here on the channel, and I cannot express how happy I am about that fact. I love me some good old Weezer, and I'm glad so many people are here to watch me ramble about it. Peace and love. Eyesore, signing out. Hello, it's me again. Enjoyed my ramble. Drop a subscramble. And if you're looking to digest some more Weezer content, might I suggest you take a trip to my second channel, where I am setting out to make Weezer fart edits over every Weezer track. I currently got all of Blue Album, and I'm halfway through Pinkerton, so if you guys want some more stupid fun, go check it out. Go check it out. Anyway, peace for real. Peace for real. I don't know if you could hear it, but I bumped my chest twice and gave a peace sign. I'm cool like that. Really cool.